Oh yeah. Welcome to another episode of Bravado Talk. Enjoy. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another fat and juicy episode of Bravado Talk with your host,
Anthony.
and Eddie.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing well, Anthony. How are you?
I'm good, dude. Good. A little full. We just had some sushi.
Oh, yeah, we did. We had some Tokyo Gardens here in Downey.
Yeah.
It was pretty good.
Dude, it was good. I think that's the best spot we've had so far.
Better than all you can eat sushi?
Okay. Well, so far, I guess, just because there's a COVID, we can't go into the restaurant.
Sure.
So, but if it was is it all you can eat? Do you know?
Here?
Yeah, that one.
No.
No?
No.
Yeah, that's a downside, but I mean, it's quality wise and taste wise, it's pretty good.
It's pretty good, huh?
Yeah.
So, Anthony, this is episode number 8.
That's right.
It's amazing, dude.
Dude, it's crazy. I feel like it was just yesterday when we started the first episode.
The pilot, yeah. But going on and so forth, this episode is going to be more of a nostalgic feel to us. Just because I thought that, school starting or, to some students it is starting. And me and Anthony had this thought of just sharing our college experience.
Yeah, like stories here and there, like, the funny stories. Like, I'm sure you have stories of your own, things that happened to you, and like you said, we just want to go back and remember those moments, like, like the stupid stuff that we did, or things that we wish we could have done different. Just a little flashback into our college experience.
Yeah. So, go ahead, Anthony.
Okay. Well, I think this is my go-to story. I don't know if I'm pretty sure I've told you before, but as you all may know, from our previous episodes, I wasn't doing so good my first year of college. So during my second quarter, what's it called? Oh, it was our final week, right? So this is for my multi-calculus class. And
oh wow,
dude, that shit was hard, and my professor was he was not a good professor. It was terrible. So I spent like the night before, just the entire night, just studying my ass off, right?
Like every college student.
Yeah. So I'm up until 5 a.m. studying, right? And my exam started at 10. It started at 10. So I was like, okay, it's 5. I'm just gonna sleep for a little bit and then wake up and then go to class and take the final. Have I told you this story?
No.
It's my go-to. No?
No.
So, you know how that went, right? Freaking put my alarm. It's 5 a.m. My class is at 10. Wake up at 11.
Oh my goodness, Anthony.
I wake up at 11. I get up. I see my phone. It's 11. I'm like, fuck. I just put on my clothes. No, not even that. I just put on my shoes instead of my pajamas. Went running. Grabbed my backpack. We're running to class.
Oh, you didn't even brush your teeth?
No.
I'm sorry. I just had to. I'm sorry.
Well, I'm already late. What the hell? Why would I brush my teeth?
Okay. Sorry for going on a tangent.
Yeah, I didn't brush my teeth. And I got there, and everyone's taking the exam. The professor looks at me. I look at him, and he looks at me. He's like, dude, what are you doing? Like, you're late. Like, you're not taking the exam. Dude, I dead ass went up to him because he had the papers. I don't know why he had the papers. Anyways, he had the papers, and I'm like, give me that. I grabbed it, and then I just sat down and started taking the test, right? And he didn't say anything. He saw
that. Take that paper back.
Nah, bro. No. Because I don't know. And he he let me take it. I'm taking it, right? I have obviously an hour left. And bro, I finished the exam in time. I finished it. But here's the thing.
How'd you do?
I fucking failed it.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I failed it. I had to retake it. It's my go-to. Just because I should have just never gone, dude. If I knew I was gonna fail, I should have just stayed in my dorm.
Did you remember any formulas that you studied the previous night before?
Dude, the thing is, like, he was such a bad professor. Like, I'm pretty sure I've said this, but he would just give you, for homework, he would give you 2 problems, right? Of the lesson he gave us. And then the midterm or
on the day of the exam,
there was nothing like that. There was nothing like the freaking questions. So I was like, dude, I was so lost. But no. Do I remember some equations from that class? Yeah, some of them. I mean, it's like vectors and stuff. You don't know what that is, but
I've heard about it, but
yeah, it's not.
Why am I gonna lie to you and say, yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, but that's just one of the stories that I like to tell people, because they always think like, oh man, you did it, so you
dude, you passed I thought it? You passed.
Nope, I fucking failed it. I failed that shit hard.
You're thinking about jumping to the other side and then bloop, you fell down. Dude, that's crazy because this was my 3rd quarter of my freshman year, and I remember I was studying with Caro. Shout out to Caro and Oscar.
Shout out to Caro
and Oscar. And so, I lived off campus. I think Oscar at the time lived off campus too. And we were studying in the library. And you know how the library has during finals they have special hours, like they close at 12 or at 1 a.m. Mm-hmm. And so we exceeded that time. And so I was just like, fuck it, I'll study back home. And then Oscar was gonna drive home, and then Caro was just like, well, we can all go to the dorm and study there. So I was like, cool.
Wait, whose dorm?
Caro's dorm. She stayed at which one's the
one? Oh, she dormed?
Yeah, which one's the one that looks like the 5 corners?
It's either Cerritos or Palmitas. Those are the 5.
Cerritos.
Cerritos or Cerritos? Cerritos, I think maybe.
Cerritos, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
So anyways, yeah, we went there, but before that we went to Tacos de Anda.
Ooh.
Which is kind of like a staple.
That's a spot.
Pomona.
Yeah, that's a spot right
where
there.
People try to go look for the best Mexican tacos.
Yeah.
So I remember we got food, and then we went back to her dorm, and then and her roommate had left, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it was just like one studying on her roommate's bed, she's studying on her bed, and then she had a desk, and then Oscar was there, and just so we can, to keep each other awake, we would rotate every 30 minutes.
So one of you would sleep,
so
and then...
No.
Or what?
So it's like we switch. So one's on the desk, and one's on the other bed. Yeah, just like that. So I thought that was kind of cool. We were trying to keep each other kind of awake. Dude, 2:30, 3 a.m. hits, and my eyes are wanting to close, and I'm just like, damn, dude. So keep in mind, I had to do this this was for a poli-sci class. I had to do an essay that she gave us 3 weeks prior, in advance to do, and my procrastinating ass last minute, dude. So I was just trying to write this paper, and I was just like, damn, I need to keep up.
Do you know what it was about?
Huh?
What was the paper about?
I can't remember.
No,
I can't remember. I had to do something about politics back then and now, and try to connect them.
Mm-hmm.
But you had to, for that type of paper specifically, it was a research paper. So you had to have your resources and where'd you find them, and so on, so forth.
Mm-hmm.
But dude, I remember I told Caro, I was just like, dude, I'm really sleepy. And Oscar was studying for this science class too, a bio class. I can't remember.
Shout out to Oscar, by the way.
Yeah, Oscar. We call him Squirt. But he was just like, yeah, dude, I'm tired too. And Oscar's one of those that is quiet, but you can notice. I was like, Oscar, you're tired. He was just like, yeah, bro, I'm pretty tired. And so Caro was just like, look, you guys can knock out on the bed, and then I'll wake you guys up. And fucking Caro's it was kind of weird because I was in a fetus position. Our backs were up against each other with me and Oscar. We were in fetal positions, and What?
You guys couldn't cuddle each other? What was...
Well, I don't know.
You tried cuddling and he didn't want to?
No. No, but we were to our backs to each other, and then Oscar and then Kato started snapping pics and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, God. But I still have it. It's pretty funny. And, dude, I'm just like, I told Kato, I was just like, you know, please, if you like, just let us. I can't remember if I told her let us sleep for like an hour or two or wake us up when you leave because she had like an early final. My class was at 9 a.m. Bro, I woke up at 10:30.
Fuck. Oh, damn.
I fucking dipped, to class. When I went to class, no one was there. Everybody finished.
No way.
Everyone finished the exam. So I just took the L.
Did you? And you failed the class?
I failed the class.
Fuck. That's terrible.
And that essay that I felt so confident, bro. So it was supposed to be like a 5-page research paper. I only submitted 3 pages. I was like, did I learn from it? Yes.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
You learn from it.
Dude, seriously.
And I don't know. Every time, like, like after that experience, like I always set my alarms and stuff like that.
Yeah. I have one. So my second year, that's when I started living at home. My drive was from Fullerton to Pomona.
Mm-hmm.
So, from time to time, like I do my homework over there and everything. And I had an exam. I had a midterm for a math class or something. Well, it was all based on math, physics or whatever. I can't remember what it was, but anyways, I get to class, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we're all sitting down. I'm just like, whatever. And I don't know why, but for some reason, like I start looking around, right? And everyone has their calculator. So I'm like, okay, let me pull out my calculator too. I forgot it. I forgot my calculator.
Oh my God.
And dude, that's like the most, like the...
Well, yeah, dude, that's like...
an essential for a math exam. So I was like, dude, no. I was like, I can't. I'm like, I need to do something about it. So then, that's like building 17, I think. It's like up the hill.
Yeah, by the Japanese garden.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yep. So then I'm up there, right? And so then I was like, dude, what do I do? So I decided to go buy a calculator off the Bronco store. I had like 5 more minutes, right? Like 5 more minutes. So I just started sprinting.
This is where your cross country kicked in, huh?
Oh yeah. I still had the stamina. And I go to the Bronco store, and they didn't have the freaking that nice calculator. So I was like, damn it! And I didn't want to buy another one because I'm like, dude, I already have one. I just forgot it. So what I did was I paid for the calculator. I bought it, but because I was broke too. That was not my only excuse. Like my excuse was I had a calculator, right? But another one was I was broke. I didn't have money. Yeah. So I bought it. And I didn't open the calculator. I just did my test like that.
With the plastic on. Oh my God. Anthony.
I took it like that. I had to press it hard on the button because it wouldn't click. I did it. I was able to get the hang of it. I was pressing on the calculator hard for the button to register, and then I returned it.
I could just imagine the plastic distracting.
Yeah. Oh my God! Don't even get me started with that. Yeah, you can just hear ring, like the plastic, just me crushed, like bending it. Hey, but I returned it. They let me return it. So
how'd you do after?
I did pretty good actually.
Yeah.
I did, except the ones where I had to actually like put in a formula, right? Because it's just a regular. So
you're supposed to use like a graphing calculator for that, or?
No, there's some professors that don't let you do that. But
word.
But the calculator that I had, you can put the fractions. You can put in fractions, and it will give you the answer in a fraction or decimal. And this one was just decimals. It wouldn't let you do fractions. So like, I had such a hard time like dealing with those questions.
Oh my God.
But yeah, dude, that's how far I went to like saving money. I bought the calculator.
And you returned it that same.
Oh yeah. I finished the exam and I just went and returned it. The lady was like, "What happened?" And I was like, I don't need it anymore.
Oh, I found it.
Oh yeah.
You should have like, "Hey, I found it."
You know what? I found it. It was my backpack. Yeah.
Oh man, dude, that's crazy.
Well, let me ask you this: did you ever have to fight for parking?
Oh yeah, after my my third year, I had to commute.
Cause you
Dude.
that's when you got a car and everything.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, how hard was it to freaking park there?
It was a mission.
Dude, it was the worst, especially when they had because you know how like they changed the parking lot.
Yeah.
When it was like back then, I think it was easier. I think to find parking, and then they just got worse because they removed some areas.
Yeah, they removed some areas, especially with the whole new construction of the new building at Cal Poly, the new CLA or the spaceship. A lot of people call it
The spaceship.
the space shuttle, and I used to park all the way. It used to be called C Lot.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That's the one I'm saying.
And now they
removed it.
It was just terrible, man.
Yeah.
It's just terrible. For commuters, literally, you have to leave your house in the morning to miss traffic.
Mm-hmm. But that's when that's when everyone was getting there, though.
Oh yeah, that's when everyone was getting there, and you just had to book for it. You had to find your spot and whatnot, and then
you had to approach that one person that you see walking, and you have to approach him and go, "Hey, are you leaving?"
Dude,
I'll take you to your car.
Hold on. Now that you said that, I actually thought of a story too. So I don't know if you remember Carlos Verdin.
Oh yeah. Oh, shout out to Carlos, bro. He's a homie. Yeah.
I call him Soapy. It's a nickname.
Soapy?
Yeah, Soapy. It's a long story, but
I don't want to know.
Soapy. And so me and him were he was driving an MR2, and he was just like, bro, ask him if he's leaving. And we saw like this kid walking like towards he looked like he was walking towards his car, but it was like towards the exit. And then he was like, ask him if he's leaving. I was like, all right, for sure. And I rolled down the window, and then I was like, excuse me, are you leaving? He was like, yeah. I was like, oh, dope, for sure. I was like, well, where'd you park? He's like, I parked over there. And I'm like, I was like, then why are you walking over here if your car's over there? He's like, well, yeah, I'm leaving to class. I was just like, you guys are fucking... Dude, the audacity.
I don't need your attitude.
The audacity. For real. And he was sassy about it, too. I was just like, Carlos, dude, run him over.
Some people are fucking assholes. They don't... Dude, I hate that. Like, have you ever had your parking lot stolen?
Oh, yeah.
I had that happen
where
to me
people just pull up and then just go...
Dude, and I called them out. I'm like, what the fuck? And they just... This one girl, she literally took my spot, got out the car and dipped. And I was like, hey, what? Come back. And she just never turned around. She just... The audacity, she just kept walking. She didn't even say anything to me.
And did you ever give like people rides to their car?
Oh, dude,
I think those are better secured spots.
But the thing is, though, people think you're a creep.
Oh yeah.
I had a girl. There was a girl that I asked her. I was like, "Are you leaving?" She's like, "Oh yeah." I'm like, "Where are you parked?" She's like, "Oh, I'm over there." Like, and it was kind of far. And I was like, I can take you. She's like, "No, I'm okay." And I'm like, "Nah, come on." Like, no, I didn't say this, but in my mind, I was like, "Dude, let me just take you. It's far. I have like 2 minutes before class. Like, come on." But I didn't say anything. I was like, all right, whatever. She had me walking. She just had me walking. I mean, she had me walking. She was walking, and she had me just driving
like
driving behind her. Yeah,
hour,
exactly,
yeah.
dude. I'm like, oh my god. I think it took like 5 minutes for her to get to her
car.
car.
That looks more creepy-ish than just giving the actual person a ride.
Yeah, they think that I'm gonna be like, hey guy, I'll take you to your car. Gets in my car, lock the doors, and drive away.
Yeah, and especially there's some there's ones that'll just go to their car and just chill.
They sit there. Yeah,
I'm just like, I mean, I guess for commuters it's okay, but for like other people that don't commute, like I'm just like, okay.
Yeah, they just sit there. They look. They're watching their phone. I see them too, and I'm like looking at them.
You know what was worse though? Finding parking in U Hour.
I never had to do that.
Oh man, well I did because of the taco sales.
For
For fundraising event for Hermanos, we used to have taco sales and fundraise money for the Oregon. We would bring grills and stuff like that.
Yeah, a lot of people were showing up at UR, huh?
Yeah, and then they'd be like, "Oh, go park your cars, and then come back, guys." We were like, "All right, for sure." Yeah, no.
I never got to UR anymore. I think I stopped going my third year because that's when I got my internship, and I started working like in the mornings.
Oh yeah.
From like,
so you started coming more.
Yeah, I worked from 7 to like 1, and then I would just from 1 I would just go to campus, and I always missed that UR. Yeah, I stopped going to the taco sales because of that, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Um. Oh man, I had a funny story. Let me see. When was my freshman year for sure?
Well, my freshman year, I didn't have a ride,
Mm-hmm.
and so I was like, I was kind of like debating taking the Foothill Transit because prior to that, before seeing the off campus house that I lived at, my sister gave me a tour and we literally followed the bus from like the bus stop from my house at the time in Pomona, and we followed that bus all the way to Cal Poly.
Hmm.
So I was just like, damn, you know. My sister was just like, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do, and she was always just like, sometimes you just gotta make sacrifices to go up ahead, and I was like, true.
Hmm.
But I was fortunate enough to the night before school actually started, Nabor came into my room, and then he was just like, well, does anybody have an 8 a.m.? And I was just like, well, I have a 10 a.m. and no one had class until like later on. So he's just like, well, I have an 8 a.m. if you guys want to ride. And I was just like, fuck, do I really want to wake up like at 6 to go? But beggars can't be choosers. Beggars can't be choosers.
True.
So my first day of college, I was actually at the BSC chilling from like 7 in the morning, because Nabor always got there on time. 7 in the morning till my class started till 10.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember I only had 2 classes that day, and I was like kind of hungry too. I was just like, damn. I told Nabor, I was just like, dude, I'm kind of hungry. He's like, oh, me too. But me and this other bro are gonna go get Olive Garden if you're down. I was like, for sure. And I fucking pulled up with Nabor, and we went to go have all you can eat pasta with Carlos Soria.
Oh, nice, nice. Yeah.
That shit was pretty fun too. And we had all you can eat pasta for like $10.
Damn, that's good.
Why are you gonna spend $12 at College Junior when you can spend
True.
$10 at all you can eat pasta?
Which Olive Garden?
I can't remember, dude. I was a freshman.
Oh, for sure.
It had to be like somewhere in Pomona though.
Dude, to bring it back to the parking lot issue, my freshman year, I didn't buy the parking pass.
Oh my god.
Cause like, dude, they're expensive. They're more expensive now. Like, I feel bad for people right now that are gonna Cal Poly. Dude, they're like what? Well, it's because they're semester too. Like they changed, but damn, like dude, they're so expensive. And again,
supposedly you get a discount for living there and dorming, no?
Well, no,
because you just park your car there.
Well, they do have like the reserved parking spots, I guess.
Oh, okay,
yeah,
okay.
Because you know how like the one close to the dorms, those parking lots used to be for everyone. But now that like the second year, like my sophomore year, they changed it so that it's for like that area is just for people that lived in campus, and then the rest are just for anybody. So you couldn't even park there anymore. And so my friend, you know, again, I was cheap. I didn't buy it. So every morning, dude, and that's the thing too. I don't know why. I should have just done it because like, I think the amount of tickets that I got equaled
to the parking pass.
Yeah. So, which is not even that many. It's like, I think, like 4 tickets would have been the equivalent to a parking pass. But what I did, I would wake up, get my car, and then avoid the parking people. And I knew that at 7, I don't know, I can't remember who told me, but they told me that at 7 a.m. they all the people check the parking lots. So then what I did was I woke up like around 6:30, and you know I went down to my car and moved it. But you know it's a long way to go. You know, it's like from Palmitas all the way to the parking lot near the main street, the university.
Yeah, through
Drive
Kellogg,
or whatever.
Yeah.
Or Kellogg, you're right, Kellogg. And my roommate and my other friends, my group of friends, they had bought skateboards. I didn't buy one because I'm like that. I'm not gonna be skating. I don't want to skate. But they bought penny boards.
Yeah.
So then
that's like a college essential.
Yeah. So then, my roommate had one, and I told him, I was like, hey, can I use it real quick? I'm gonna go move my car. And he was like, yeah, dude, go for it. And I'm in Palmitas. Do you remember that? Remember how there's building 17 and building 57, I think?
Yeah.
You know how like there's a hill?
Yeah.
Like by the mansion?
Mm-hmm.
So I had to go through there. So I'm on the skateboard. I go down the hill. The last time I skated was in middle school. So I'm going down the little hill. I start getting the speed wobbles, and I eat shit, bro. I fall down. I sprained my left wrist. I sprained it so bad, dude. It hurt so bad. I don't think the pain went away up until like the 6th month. Like that's how bad I
You didn't
ate
go
it.
to the wellness center?
No, I didn't go to
check?
anywhere. I didn't tell anybody. I was just in pain the entire time. I hurt my wrist. Like I had a big ass bruise on my leg. And but the good thing is that it was like 6:30 in the morning, so there was no one there. You know how you fall and you look around like just making sure no one sees you? Like
Yeah. It's kind of embarrassing.
yeah, it's super embarrassing. But yeah, bro, like after that I was like, okay, I'm waking up earlier just to go walking because dude, that freaking hurt. I ate it so hard. But should have just bought the parking pass.
And you wouldn't have gotten hurt in the first place.
Wouldn't have gotten hurt. I paid the same amount anyways.
You would have enjoyed sleep.
Yep.
All those good things.
Yeah.
All right. What's one good study room memory?
I think so. It's always gonna be like during finals week or midterm.
Uh-huh.
But you know how like there's the do you know the library and then there's like the computer lab?
Oh, the 24-hour lab? Yeah.
The 24-hour lab, yeah. So I've gone there and studied all night. I slept there and then the next day I went to take my exam. Did you ever do that?
Oh, yeah. I took
I would just use my backpack as a pillow.
and a sweater. That's all you needed, honestly.
Yeah.
But I remember I took music class.
You took music?
Yeah, but
I took jazz.
jazz. Oh, really? I took like classical music or something like that. Music 101, and Nobor took it.
You guys were both taking it?
And so he let me borrow his notes, and I was like copying over because I think my freshman year came to a point where I had to skip that class in order to focus on my other classes, which I don't know if it happens to you in any point of your college career. But I was more worried about other exams than that exam. But I was like, damn, I still want to pass with an A, because it's a GPA booster.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember going in at 6 in the afternoon and left the 24-hour lab to move my car at like around 7 in the morning because that class was at 8 a.m. And so I parked it behind the brick, like by Lot C. It's by C Lot.
Lot C. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Lot C, C Lot.
The little one, right?
Yeah,
yeah.
Lot? Yeah. Well, at that time, yeah. Just so I could be closer. And, yeah, dude, I just remembered, like, spacing out in the exam and falling asleep. And I was just like... I ended up passing it with an A, though.
Hey,
cool.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah, after it, I took it with Rodrigo. That class, and then me and him, we just went to Carl's after. But I just went home and I just crashed. Yeah, I was too gone.
Dude, my freshman year again, I took a swimming class, and dude, I don't know why, it was just so funny to me. I was taking a swimming class, right? And you know how like there's that 1 week, like syllabus week, right? Where not only is it just syllabus week, but they give you like when every time the quarter would start, they will give you a week to like change class, and then the next week, it was like final, like you couldn't make any more changes to your schedule.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So then, I'm looking at my classes. I choose the ones that I need, and I'm like, oh man, I need one more unit, because I always try to be full time.
Oh yeah, because full time is like 12 units.
12 units, yeah.
Or
so,
up, yeah.
Yeah, so I needed one more. So I was like, I'm just gonna take swimming. And I get there, and like the people are friendly. They're like, oh hey, you're new. Oh, you gotta sign here and everything. And then one of them goes up to me. He's like, yeah, you need to sign like the paper. Like the professor had a paper.
Mm-hmm.
That said beginner or advanced on swimming. Right?
Okay.
So I asked him, I was like, what is it? Like, what does this mean? Like, which one do I sign? Which one do I put my name in? And he was like, "Oh, well," he's like, "Do you know how to swim?" And I was like, "Oh, well, yeah, like like
I can get by.
yeah, exactly. Like I can keep floating." And then he was like, "Oh, then just put advanced." Like he was like, "The beginner is literally for people that don't know how to swim." So I'm like, "Oh, like people that just get in the water and they just start drowning, pretty much, right?" And then so I put my name in the advance. The professor gets there. She was like, "All right, go get changed." You know,
You slapped on your Speedo.
my
Your water cap?
my water cap, and
For real? You were in a Speedo?
no,
Oh, I was about
no,
to say.
you made the joke. How could I be in it? No, and so we get in the water and everything, and we're kind of. She was like, "Oh, just go take a lap. Just go back and forth, back and forth." I was like, "Okay." We're swimming. It's all good. Whatever. And I think this is everybody, right? This is everybody that we're swimming, advanced and beginners. And then she goes, "All right, all the advanced people, come over here, and beginners go over there." And I looked at the beginners, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, they definitely can't swim." I'm like,
And you look at
bunch of losers. They don't know how to swim. They don't even. They're on the area where you can touch the floor still. Wait, no. Actually, you could touch the floor in all in all areas of the pool. So then she's like, okay, okay, okay. She's like, all right, get in the pool, and then she was like, okay, now swim that way, and we start swimming, right? Whatever. It's all good.
Yeah.
And she's like, all right, now do a freestyle, and I was like,
What the heck is a
freestyle? Yeah, I was like,
freestyle?
what the fuck, freestyle? And I started looking at everybody, and they started, just regular swimming like that. And I was like, oh, okay, that's freestyle. I get it. And so I started doing it. Whatever. She's just looking at us, and then she goes, okay, now do backstroke. And I'm like, backstroke, and I look around, and everybody gets on their back. Yep. they start doing those strokes, and I'm like, okay, I've never done this before. So
Yo.
I started doing it. I'm like, I'm just doing this, and then I just hear, hey, you, because dude, she was a weightlifter, so she was like a weightlifter back in her days. She's kind of old now, but she's like ruthless, right? She's like, hey, you don't know how to swim, get out of here.
Oh, no way! In front of everyone.
In front of everyone, I'm just like, oh fuck! I get out the pool and just go straight with the beginners.
You're like, hey, losers, it's me.
Hey guys, I'm a loser too. I don't know. It was just funny because, I mean, it was the guy's fault too. He should have told me that I needed to know all the strokes. He said, "Oh, you need to do. You don't. If you're a beginner, you just don't know how to swim." And I guess I don't know how to swim either.
What are the essentials for that class?
What do you mean?
Like, what do you need for
requirements
that class?
or what?
Yeah. No, like, I don't know. Like, do you need to bring like a certain like? Do you need to bring goggles? Do you need to bring like?
No, but it was like useful.
Oh,
You didn't have to, honestly.
Oh,
You didn't
okay.
have to. All you had to. You could have literally swim like in like shorts. Like they didn't have to be like swimming shorts. It was like whatever. There were some guys that were in their speedos for sure. Those fucking wannabe.
Those
the wannabes.
Michael Phelps.
Yeah.
Michael Phelps Jr.
Yeah. But it was a fun class, honestly. It was fun. It was just funny at the beginning. I was so embarrassed. I'm like, oh no.
Did your cheeks get red and everything?
My cheeks?
Yeah. You know how when you get
I don't
embarrassed
know,
or
I
when
can't-
you get put on blast,
I
you're
can't.
just
I can't tell. I can't see myself.
like,
Did you ever take any sports? Any sports class?
I was about to take tennis until I found out that the only reason why I took tennis was because there was again, it was just to film my my full time, but there was also this hermano Julian Cepeda. That guy was just like, he's like, oh, they used to call me little man, and he was just like, oh, little man, take tennis with me. I was like, all right, for sure, bro. It's like, I think this is the second quarter, winter quarter, and I pull up, right, and literally in the first email she sends us, she's just like, show up in shorts and like an active shirt. And then I was like, all right, for sure. And I showed up, and I'm just like, where's Julian? Later on, I see him walking around campus, and I was just like, yo, where were you? I thought we were gonna take tennis. He was just like, Oh yeah, I dropped it. I forgot to tell you. I didn't tell you. I was like, dude, you're an ass.
So you got stuck in there, or
No,
you
I did.
dropped it too?
Yeah, I dropped it.
Ah, come on,
I
you
just
should
picked
take
up.
it.
I just picked up another class.
These are all the classes the sports classes that I took. I took swimming. I took soccer. I took weightlifting. Sorry. I took. Is that it? Yeah, I think that was it. I think that was all I took. Yeah. No, there has to be more.
I heard archery is a good one.
My friend was taking archery. Yeah, they say it's pretty good. Yeah, I saw them. Did you ever see them?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I saw.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Look pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude. I never really much took sports. Only when we would play for HU.
Yeah,
for
that's
conference
true.
or for Pavo Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only times I really showed off like my skills. But other than that,
So you were saying about what was your experience with the music class that you took?
oh man, the music class is just nothing but. So it was at 8 a.m., dude,
Dude, mine was too.
and it was videos. Oh man, those videos were like 30 to 45 minutes long,
Dude.
bro. I was like knocking out. I was like this. I was like trying my best, and I was going like.
Dude, I knocked out the entire time. I would purposely
For
sit all
jazz?
the way in the back. Yeah, because I took jazz.
Yeah, me too.
I was
You know
really
how
proud.
it's like the step? I don't know. For me, it was like 1 row, 2 row, 3 row, 4 row, 5 row. It looked like a auditorium kind of.
Oh, you were in that class?
Yeah, I was
Oh.
in that class, and there was always this one kid, like
The try hard?
the tryhard, yes, and he would ask like the most out of the world questions.
Because you were taking what class again?
It was like music 101.
Just music
We learned
101?
about the classical era, Baroque era, Mozart and all that, all those gems.
Did he ask like the Beethoven questions? Like,
And in the exam that I remember, yeah, it was just like, oh, like what's the classical era, what's the Baroque era, like stuff like that. It was pretty interesting. I got my taste of music.
you know what? Yeah, that's a good point. I found it pretty interesting too. There were some songs that I picked up from that class that I kind of liked.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh man, I'm gonna jam to it, and I occasionally jam to it from time to time. But dude, the class was so boring. I would literally fall asleep, and then I would wake up, and everyone's leaving, and I'm pretty sure there was a couple times the professor just saw me and he just didn't care, but I got an A, and the reason why it was because it was super easy. He would just give us songs to listen to, and then
same with this guy.
and then like the quizzes, it would be listen to this song and who was the artist, and that's it. We would just listen to the song, who was the artist, and that was your quiz. And then the exam was kind of like similar, but for all the songs that we went through, and just easy A. Except I spent most of the time sleeping. Do you know what class I passed though that I feel bad for passing? My my intro to civil engineering class, because that one was
Anthony.
that was the class once a week, right? So it was just on a Monday, and I showed up the first day. I didn't show up ever again. I would just I had a friend who would tell me like what the homework was.
Hey,
Yeah.
shout out.
I guess too, seriously, shout out. Kaylee, if you're listening to this, shout out to you. You helped me pass that class. She would just tell me what the homework was. I would do it, and then I'd say, and dude, at the end, we were supposed to prepare a 30-second speech, like elevator speech.
Oh, okay.
Is that what you call it?
Yeah, I know what it is.
Yeah. I'm writing it down and everything. I write it down. I wake up super late again, and so I'm like, oh man, I can't. I'm not gonna show up anymore. It's like a minute before the class ends. Turns out she canceled it. She canceled the 30-second speech. So
you were safe,
I was safe. I passed with a C.
dude. But that's your major.
I know. Why they put it at 8 a.m.? That's what I'm saying. They wanted me to listen. It should have been later. But, oh, dude, and the professor, she was my advisor.
Oh God.
Yeah.
It's one of those where you have to. You have to make an impression.
The good thing is she has so many students, I don't think she even knew who I was.
That's good.
Right?
Yeah.
So, whatever.
You hid under the covers, my friend.
Oh, yeah. But did you have one class that was like your favorite class that's so like, that you not that you wish you would take again, but if you were to take a class one more time, from your previous years, it would be that one.
Yeah. This was Political Science 201. And I remember my orientation. I remember talking to Fernie because I went to the HE table event.
Mm-hmm.
And Fernie was just like, oh, bro, you got to take a COSIN.
COSIN?
And so I don't know if I remember telling you this story. And that sounded familiar. So you already know that my brother went to Cal Poly and he was a founder of HU and whatnot. Mm-hmm. He was very into the whole campus. He was in a lot of clubs and orgs. And so he ran for ASI president. So I was just like, my brother did at his time. I was
gonna ask, Fernie did or
no, it was back in his days.
Mm-hmm.
So that name stuck to me. I was like, man, when something sounds familiar and you're just like
where have I heard that before?
Yeah, and so you just kind of forget about it later on. So I took his advice, and then I was just like, okay, and I look up classes, PLS 201, and I see Alan Cosin, and then I was like, oh, for sure, like I'll add him. Fernie said that he's pretty dope and he's pretty chill and he explains everything to like today's date. So I picked him, bro. First day of class. I just see this chill ass professor, sitting in a desk and, chopping it up with everyone. And then I showed up like kind of like maybe 2 minutes late after. And
Mm-hmm.
so he was just going on a tangent and he was talking about sports. And then he was just like, okay, it looks like everyone's here. I'm about to take roll call. And then he finishes A and he just starts the B's, And then he's like, Eduardo Bravo. He goes like this. He's like, Eduardo Bravo. And then I'm like, oh, here. And I raise my hand. He looks at me. He looks back at his paper. He does, when people do a two-take? Mm-hmm. I don't know if you know what that is. It's like that.
Yeah, wait a second. Yeah, that one. Mm-hmm.
He's like, are you related to Cesar Bravo? And then that's where I thought I was kind of weird. I was like, whoa. I was like, how do you know Cesar Bravo? He's just like, you're Eddie, huh? You're Eddie. You're little Eddie. And then I was just like, yeah, like, only my friends call me Eddie,
Mm-hmm.
So he's just like, yeah, you're little Eddie. I remember you. Dude, he stopped roll call and went on a tangent and explained how him and my brother were president and vice president of ASI back in 2001. And how he remembers me going to graduation and Caesar and my brother Caesar was carrying me at the graduation ceremony.
Yeah. Oh, so he was the vice president.
Or he was president.
And then your brother was.
And then my brother was vice president.
Damn, that's cool.
He was just like Eddie. And then he was like kind of like he wasn't hard, but he was just like guiding me, teaching me the ropes of like going more into depth about political science, and he was honestly he was pretty chill. So shout out to Alan Cosin, my professor.
Does he still talk to your brother?
Yeah, here and there. Yeah, they're Facebook, dude.
Did Caesar ever tell you?
I told my brother Caesar. Oh well, he messaged Caesar first, and then Caesar heard that I was
he messaged you
as a professor. Yeah.
Damn, that's dope. Small world, dude.
It's small world, honestly.
Damn, that's crazy.
And so he kept on telling us a story about how, in his class, how basically, I mean, this is kind of going off tangent, but he was pretty cool. He told us about his life, about his parents making him go into a different profession, and he thought that being a professor was kind of like a woman's job, and so he said that he didn't like that, and he wanted to pursue his dream and be a teacher, and he became a professor. And he's a really smart man too. He became an officer in the Navy, so he went to I don't know what it's called. But it's like officer training camps or corps, whatever it is. And yeah, it was pretty cool. Honestly, man, he was a pretty good dope professor overall.
Was he Mexican too, or?
No, he was Asian.
Asian.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's funny though. I could just imagine because, he knew your brother. So and then he looks at you, and then just immediately like it clicks. Like he recognizes your face.
Yeah.
Or maybe he saw you.
He recognized me. Yeah. That's crazy.
Damn, dude. That's cool. Dude, one class that I took was philosophy. And I'm pretty sure I've told you this, but we were supposed to have a presentation. Yeah, he was like, find the topic and find, like, pretty much like do the, just argue against it, pretty much, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this is my freshman year too. So, a lot of things happened to me my freshman year. That's when when I learned the most. And, my dumbass, I decided to choose the topic of abortion.
Oh.
And dude, oh my God. So first of all, like, I'm not very good at making presentations.
Okay.
Straight off the bat. I did it last minute also as well. And when I was presenting, right? And dude, I had the stupidest facts and the stupidest things I added onto the presentation. I straight up I think I was talking about like condoms, the pills and all that stuff.
Uh-huh.
And dude, this is how stupid I was. Instead of me looking up like how efficient condoms are, I just straight up on my presentation I wrote condoms 100% effective. I was like 100% effective. And pills 100% effective. And then another slide, I put a video of like an abortion procedure, and dude, but this one was from like the 70s, and it was like right wing propaganda. So it's like showing like the doctor like this.
So it's very graphic.
Yeah, it's super graphic. Just like completely.
Was anyone uncomfortable?
Dude, oh my God, because I'm up there, right? I'm up in the on the front of the class, and I can see everyone just kind of looking away like, ugh, like what the hell? And I'm just standing there like, yeah, there you go. Yeah. But I can't remember what else I put on that shit. And but dude, because when I heard the professors go, oh, I finished, right? And I was like, oh, and I was like, I said something along the lines of, and that's it. Thank you for your listening. And then you could just hear a couple of people go, like clapping. And then, dude, this is when you know it's bad. The professor, he straight up went, okay, anybody got questions? And bro, after that, everyone started grilling me. Like, condoms are not 100% effective. And I was kind of like, oh, I think all my answers were, oh, okay, I'll look into it more.
No.
Dude, they were grilling me so hard. They were like, what if you got a... Oh, someone was like, what if you got your girlfriend pregnant? And I'm like, oh, like, God. Just so, like, all these questions just grilling me. And I'm just like, in my mind, I was like, just don't ask me questions. I just did it for a grade. Like, it's not too serious.
But it's a sensitive topic.
I know. I realized that. One of the bros was like, oh, hey, I'm going to do a presentation on something to debate. Like, what should I do? And I just commented, oh, because it was on Facebook. I was like, dude, do not do abortion. Stay away from that one.
Yeah, that one's
Yeah, it was a touchy subject.
It is a touchy subject.
Yeah. Well, let's start wrapping it up, man.
All right, we're gonna come here to an end. Thank you, Anthony, for sharing.
No, thank you, bro.
stories.
Thank you, dude. Honestly, we can go on and on about all the stories that we went through, but we don't want to make this too.
It's gonna be
too
like
long.
a Harry Potter saga.
We're gonna make different books, 4 different books, just tell all our stories.
That's actually more than 4, but okay.
Okay, you know what I mean. You know what I mean.
Alrighty. Thank you, listeners, for following us in this beautiful episode. Anthony, where can they find us?
You can find us at Apple Music, Spotify, and YouTube. And make sure to follow us on our Instagram page, Bravado Talk. Oh, and Twitter page as well.
And Twitter, yeah, because Twitter's kind of a little bit dry right now.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
And we heard a lot of good feedback, so we might bring back the questions, Anthony, for another later episode.
Sounds good. Yeah.
Alrighty. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Vic.